Hey everybody, welcome back. As you know, Gotham Chess has this Guess the ELO program, and where he tries to guess a person's ELO based on how they played. And the next two games will have you wondering, like, what in the world is even going on? You can guess what chess.com thinks our ELO rating should be. So let's get into the games. These aren't my most proud games, but I feel like we can learn a lot from them. Anyways, I lost a little ELO to 935, and my opponent is 972 rated. And let's get into the game. So it started off this way. I'm pretty weak with queen pawn openings, but I just try my best. And right away I blundered. And I even knew I blundered right away. I just didn't really think it through very well. Because he could take, I could recapture, he would take there, and then I would capture that. But anyways, I would end up losing a pawn with when all the dust settles. And anyhow, he missed it. Awesome. So I just took, he took, and I recaptured. He recaptured, doubling up his pawns. And I just try and get some of my pieces out. Castled. He took, I took. All fine. Mostly fine so far. We're about even. And I think we're just moving pieces around, trying to get in a good position. I move to attack his queen. His queen moves. And I blundered a knight. Like, I really should have moved that back. For some reason, I forgot that my knight could even move back to its original square. Um, but I brought out my bishop. I developed that. So he just took it for free. I pushed up my pawn, and he immediately goes to attack that loose pawn over there. I went to guard it with the rook, and he starts pushing a pawn. I attacked his knight, but his knight moved in a way to attack the bishop and put pressure on my position. Brought out the queen, and he took the rook or the bishop. I recaptured, and he attacked my queen. I sidestepped it out of the way. I was hoping he would move his other pawn up, and I could just capture that pawn, but he didn't do that. So I moved the pawn up to prevent him from double attacking that square, and then I would have to push that pawn up, and didn't want that. So he brought his rook down here, and I was thinking he had some sort of a clever sacrifice going on, but I wasn't sure what he was up to. So brought out my other rook, like he put his queen on the same file. I moved my rook up because this pawn would be having too many attackers on it, and I didn't want to lose like a rook and get a world of hurt on my pawn structure on the few pawns that I have developed over on that side. He immediately attacked my pawn. I just left it hanging. It's not really hanging, but being attacked. Left the tension on it. He took, I took, and immediately attacks that pawn. And I brought the queen down to defend it. and he attacked my queen, and I just kind of gave up on that pawn, trying to get my queen in a good square. And I knew I could also attack that pawn too. And he blundered because of that fork. But what do? I missed it. Like, I knew right after I took, if I would have waited just like another couple more seconds, I would have like, oh yeah, take, and be good. But he attacked my queen. I dropped it back. He moved his bishop down here, because if I were to recapture, he would have a free rook. So I just sidestepped it away. I thought doubling up the rooks myself would have been a good plan. He took the pawn. I tried to execute my plan because I thought he would take. I would take and check, move him up here, move my rook right here, and check, and maybe try and get him in a checkmate. But he just attacked a pawn, and I took, which was a great move. And then I, for some reason, didn't take that rook. It's like, how many free stuff can I give away? Like just allowing him to have. Like, he hung quite a few of his pieces, and I did not see it for some reason. Not right away. It's usually right after I move a piece that I realize, oh, I should have taken that piece. So he moved there, and then he immediately guarded his rook, which is definitely smart. And I captured a pawn with check, so I felt like I did something good. Anyways, I traded off queens. I don't know why I did that. I probably shouldn't have, because I'm down material. And so I try to attack the pawn. He defends it. Try to attack those two pieces. And moved his rook out of the way. I captured the pawn. I still think it might have been better if I would have captured the pawn with the king. I don't know. But the computer thinks I should have just moved my pawn past. So I could tell he was going to bring this over to help defend and support and try and promote. But as long as I had the rook here, he wouldn't be able to. But I also didn't want him to just sacrifice it. Anyways, I had forgotten that it was defended. I thought, oh, I better just take the pawn now so I can go defend my other pawns. And just sacrificing my rook. And I didn't even have my king close enough to even recapture the bishop. So it was doubly terrible. So he just proceeds to gobble up all my stuff, and I just quit. So I hung a lot of pieces. It was a pretty ugly game, at least on my side. And ultimately, I had a 71% accuracy. My opponent played actually pretty well with a 79% accuracy, almost 80%. We both had a couple big blunders and a couple of misses. Part of my problem is that I didn't capture his blunders, and he captured my blunders. So, anyways, played pretty poor openings. Both of us did, and he played a lot better than me. So, chess.com thought he played like a 1450 and thought I played like 1100. So, ultimately, that wasn't a terrible game. Yeah, so that wasn't too terrible. And then we get to the next game. Oops. Let's see. And I got the white pieces, Jobava London. So you would think Jobava London played hundreds of games like this. I have to play a good game. So just kind of play my standard moves. Right here, I knew to capture that right away. But I didn't know how to follow it up and the proper moves to go about it. I just kind of tried to play like a bit of a stonewall. Defense, but I just wanted the structure right there, and just kind of thought, well, maybe everything will kind of fall into place. So he defended his pawn. I moved my knight out here. They think the better move would be to move the bishop to a more active square, which probably would have been a lot better. And that kind of surprises me that they would advocate getting the queen out, like developing it to the center of the board so soon. I took there. They wanted me to move the queen up there. Would have been better, but he blundered. And then I missed it. And as soon as I played, and I don't know why, I need to be like thinking a little bit faster, because immediately I saw that I had this move here, and that would have been a mate in two. A mate in two. But he wouldn't let me have it. So I still I was kind of surprised that he didn't take the queen there, but I still tried to deliver a mate, and I knew that it wasn't possible because that square was freed up. But I thought, oh, maybe somehow, some way, I might be able to find a mate in two, or another mate. So move the queen out. He moved his king. I castled, delivering a check. He blocked. And I moved my knight up here to deliver another check, because this rook was pinning that bishop. He wouldn't be able to recapture. And so he sidesteps. And that sidestep also unpins this bishop, so I couldn't bring in the queen. So yeah, so I just blundered the queen. This was actually a mouse slip. I did not mean to actually go there. I was actually wanting to go either here or here, but this really was like it was a finger slip playing it on my mobile phone. So that was just absolutely terrible. And then he doesn't even take it. I gave him a free queen and he doesn't take it. I thought, wow, incredible. So I moved here, attacking the bishop, and also attacking that square. And I knew, hey, this has to be okay, but I think my opponent will probably play better and somehow dominate, because I mean he's a full piece up. Like, he's up 3 points in material. He'll figure something out. He'll probably move his bishop back here. Something. And he moves his bishop down here, taking that pawn. I was like, what in the world? Like, I can even see that there's mate in 2. Like, and I usually miss mate in 1, but so I checked him there and got a mate. It's like, wow. I was just flabbergasted. So let's look at the game review. Said that I played like or 67% accuracy, 32% accuracy for my opponent. Had a big blunder with the queen. He had a couple of big blunders, like one was blundering mate in 2. But they said that he played like a 150 and I played like a 900. Yeah, like a 2.3% accuracy in the middle game. Like, I've never seen it so low. Like, wow. 150. I didn't know that they could give out such a low score. Even if you sacrifice, like just literally sacrifice all your pieces. Like, it's so hard to get under a 50% accuracy. And he got a 32. And a 150 ELO estimation. Like, wow. That just blew my mind. I was like, so yeah, that was the 2 games that basically got me up to 943 ELO. So we'll see how the future games go. Alright, again, thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye.